Hello and welcome to another Artificial Intelligence Plays Channel video. We're continuing on from last episode and tackling the end of World 2. Alright, it's World 2 water level. Let's see what this AI can do. This is the water level of World 2, except there's no swimming involved. There is, however, a huge fish that gives our AI a huge amount of problems. When it was just starting out in this level, so many reported deaths. The AI simply couldn't recognize when the big fish was going to attack. Overall, this level was not too difficult, even with the big fish, except for one part of the level, which was a pain in the ass. We had to have the AI learn from a human player and imitate their moves, like in the last video, in order to get the gold star coin. I'll talk more about that later. This level had a lot of coins difficult to get. The AI eventually gave up in trying to get some of them because it wasn't finishing the level in a decent time. Our AI intentionally got itself hurt in order to bounce on the second flying turtle. I'll show you that in a second. Here it is. Our AI intentionally got itself hurt to try and bounce on the second flying turtle to get the boost jump. It was a well calculated move in order to get the third gold star coin, which you will see in a second. This hidden area that you get up by spin bouncing on the turtle was very difficult to get to. If you bounce on the turtle in the normal way without spinning it, you won't get to the hidden area, which is why exploration mode didn't work to find this hidden area. We had to get the AI to learn from a human player. It's a fail on the part of our AI, but we got the gold star in the end.
So nice!
Alright, this is the level after the sub-castle level of World 2. It's World 2 level 5. Let's see what this AI can do. Nothing unusual about this level, except for the new type of enemy, bouncing blocks guy. I searched all over for the internet. I found out this guy's name is Block Hopper. He's not that difficult an enemy, but he does have a weird mechanic. If you stand on top of him, you can kind of control where he moves. If you look left, he moves left, and look right, he moves right. This will be important to get the first gold star coin, which is right above the screen right now. You need to stand on the Block Hopper and wait for it to jump under the star coin to get it. Our AI had a problem trying to get this star coin, but it eventually learned how to lure the block hopper to get closer to the gold star coin. Block hoppers are just not moving closer to the gold star coin. It took a while, but it got it in the end. Overall, this level wasn't too difficult, no unusual mistakes to report, but there were 3 different new enemies the AI had to deal with. This fireball guy is called a fire snake. You can only kill them with an invincibility star, but there isn't one in this level, so the AI just avoided them. Here he is, the third new enemy, boomerang throwing guy. He's called a boomerang bro, not too difficult to deal with either. What was difficult was trying to find the third gold star coin. In exploration mode, it worked, but here it is. You have to use the block hopper again to jump high enough to get the gold star coin. That's it for this level, time to move on to the next one.
So nice!
Alright, this is World 2 Level 5. Let's see what this AI can do. Overall, this level wasn't too difficult. The AI could easily find all gold star coins. No hidden areas, so no need for exploration mode. In other news, here's a great video about smart cities that the BBC published just recently. These cities are run by artificial intelligence.
Welcome to the city of the future, a smart city that knows everything about you, from how you like your coffee to whether you've broken the law, or even if you've grown a beard. Sound far-fetched? While the smart city we're about to tour doesn't exist yet, all of the parts do. They're all components of real projects happening all over the world. Put them together, and this is what life may well be like in the not-too-distant future. You go to work. Your office building knows exactly who's coming and going and what they need, thanks to thousands of inbuilt sensors collecting data. The energy-efficient building is designed for your comfort, reacting to changes in the weather and the number of people in the building and adjusting its climate accordingly. Wherever you sit, the lighting will adjust to suit your preferences. The building will even recall your regular coffee order, and there's no chance of it getting your name wrong. On your way home, you pass lampposts laden with sensors and HD cameras that monitor and record the world around them 24/7. Air quality and traffic flow data tell you the quickest and cleanest route and alert emergency services to accidents. You arrive home to a nutritious meal made from locally grown avocados using hydroponics, so no need for soil. Sensors allow urban farmers to make constant adjustments to temperature, light and water and monitor the plant's responses, so it's easier and cheaper to grow fresh food in cities. The level of control smart technology gives can also be used to make food tastier. In Singapore, they've already found a way to make kale sweeter and softer, so even the fussiest of eaters will enjoy their greens. Your health is flourishing, thanks to your perfectly balanced diet, but you also regularly update your doctors using data sent directly from your smartwatch. They analyze it and prescribe personalized drugs and supplements that are quickly 3D printed just for you. Your baby stirs, and you're alerted by its smart blanket. Reassured that all is well, child mortality rates are at an all-time low, you go to bed, but the sensors in the street never sleep. They're busy policing antisocial behavior, identifying people smoking in unauthorized zones, or throwing rubbish from high-rise buildings. Crime rates are negligible. While much of this might sound pretty idyllic, it is not without issues. Smart cities go hand in hand with gathering and storing huge amounts of personal data and using it to control city life. For governments keen to control certain populations, this is an incredibly powerful tool. Every moment of your daily routine can be tracked. Anyone with access to this data can find out where you live, where you go every day, the places you visit at night, and who you're with. This data can be used by people with far more nefarious aims than making you the perfect soya latte. You could leave your phone at home, but with advanced facial recognition CCTV in the mix, authorities can easily keep tabs on you. In places like Xinjiang in China, where growing a beard can already get you reported, this is a frightening prospect. So, are the benefits of a smart city worth giving up privacy and freedom for? Can governments and corporations be trusted with such huge data sets on all of us? What happens if there's a mistake in the system? Or you want to overthrow the system itself? Whether you think smart technology means we're sleepwalking into a dystopian future or enabling us to live a vastly more convenient and sustainable lifestyle, it's coming soon to a city near you.
Smart cities are going to be incredible in the future. Other than what's already been mentioned, there are going to be self-driving cars, which are being worked on at the moment by Tesla and other car manufacturers. Now for the moment, there are no smart cities of this caliber around the globe, but there are projects that are being planned for them, like Manchester's Triangulum project in Britain. Silicon Valley are doing research and planning for smart cities in America. Dubai have already started incorporated into artificial intelligence into their city. The entire world is taking interest. Coffee was mentioned in the BBC video. There's a coffee-making robot in China that you might want to see. Here it is.
Coffee-making robots, equipped with 2 arms, can do more complicated tasks than a regular coffee machine. They don't just serve up Americanos and lattes, but more complicated drinks like pour-over coffee with special flavors to cater to niche coffee fanatics.
The reason we invented this coffee machine because we are really want to helping people in the coffee industry to create a more coffee with a standard output rather than unstable coffee made by human. If you want to pour over make 100 pots of coffee, you'll be really tired, but the machine can't.
These robot baristas could replace the real thing. They could even replace great coffee masters. It's already happening in one Beijing shopping mall coffee shop, completely staffed by robots. Here, patrons can order and get their coffee from an AI-enabled machine. But when a barista or coffee master is replaced by a machine, what can they do? Li Xinbo, himself a former coffee master, says his work will be redefined.
Actually, I'm more busy than before.
Why?
The reason is the coffee machine can help me doing a lot of work I really don't want to do. I don't want to keep repeating for the coffee pot over and over and 100 times a day. I really want to introduce people who drink my coffee and tell them what is in the pot, what kind of flavor. I want to share my knowledge and information for the people to drink the coffee. In the future, we are trying to put different programs into this coffee machine. So we are just trying to give the barista a lot of freedom to think about how to create a better flavor coffee rather than keep repeating some really hard job.
I would love to have a cup of coffee made by this robot, and the food you can have with your coffee can be made by hydroponics, as mentioned in the video. If you don't know what hydroponics is, it is the process of growing plants in sand, gravel or liquid with added nutrients but without soil. This video isn't exactly about hydroponics, but it is an example of a way that artificial intelligence can be applied to farming.
Agriculture in the United States is a more than $360 billion annual business, but it's in trouble. American farmers are getting older. Their average age is just over 58, and farming in general faces a major labor shortage. Errol Barnett met with some growers to see how they are trying to find a solution with the help of technology from Silicon Valley. He's at Hard Rock Hill Orchard in Mount Airy, Maryland. Errol, good morning.
Good morning. Look, we know that farming is tough work. You've got to get up before dawn, and to take care of cows like these, you have to bring them through this milking machine twice a day. Now, generally speaking, though, this is just not the type of work people want to do anymore. It is becoming more difficult to find all sorts of agricultural labor. Now, farmers I met with recently told me that the key to fix that is artificial intelligence. In an effort to avoid losing $20,000 per acre on abandoned fields, Gary partnered with a team of engineers who are working to fully automate the process.
We've separated all of the things that a picker is doing into various pieces of the robot.
Paul Bissett is the chief operating officer of the company behind it all.
we're collecting 50 to 100 images a plant. And all of those images are fed into our AI system in order to tell us, okay, this is a good berry, this is one we want to go after.
So you're telling me in real time, this machine is looking at the plant, thinking what to do next based on the imaging, and then executing that action?
Exactly.
So is this as fast as a human right now?
This machine, commercialized, will replace the 30 people that you saw in the field earlier today with Gary.
Strawberry farmers are so excited about this harvester, 2/3 of the industry invested more than $5 million into its development, all in hopes to replace the cost of human labor. Some would complain that machines and artificial intelligence are actually displacing people who want to have these jobs. So you're saying this actually fixes a problem you have?
The workforce is not here. We've currently had to turn to guest worker visas to bring people in on a short-term basis to get the crop harvested. This is a global problem, the lack of farm labor.
Artificial intelligence can be used in the medical services. Mostly AI are going over medical records to recognize patterns and connect information that doctors couldn't, looking over diagnostic tests to see if they can reach the same diagnostic conclusions as doctors or do better than doctors. Currently, research is being conducted on the use of artificial intelligence in surgery so that an operation can be minimally invasive, or in other words, can be done with greater accuracy. As for governments and organizations attempting to penetrate our privacy and freedom by stealing our online data, that's technically already happening, although not on a large scale, such as whole nations or cities are taking on it. If a nation were to do something like that, sure, crime rates would go considerably down, but the problem is that there are some individuals who would be capable of getting access to all that data and take advantage of you even if they're not allowed to. Currently, there are loads of new companies starting up to tackle this problem, creating artificial intelligence to prevent information leaks and to put a stop to hackers who can do that. Overall, we think artificial intelligence will create a utopian society, not a dystopian one.
So nice.
Alright, this is World 2 Castle level. Let's see what this AI can do. Overall, this level was pretty easy. The gold star coins were in easy areas to find, no hidden areas, so no need for exploration. These rolling spiky ball things are new, but not very exciting. A bullet bill turret, that's new. It's actually called a bill blast. Our AI didn't find them difficult, but learning how to jump on the bullet to get the second gold star coin wasn't that easy. There's a new type of boss that the AI has to deal with. You have to dodge his spitballs and wait for the right moment to jump on him. The boss's name is Mummy Goku. Such a weird name. I guess because it's wrapped up like a mummy? Whatever. As you can see at the end of the level, there's a gap for the small mushroom to fit in. It gives you a path to the alternate world. Well, we gave the AI a small mushroom to see if we could complete the boss level, and it did, not too bad. Alright, that's it for today's video. I hope you liked it. Please like and subscribe to our channel. It's free and you can always unsubscribe if you want to. We're going to upload every 2 days, so please check us out again. We finished World 2 Part 2, so be on the lookout for a video on World 3. We're going to go through all the worlds in this Mario game. See you next time.
Nice.